Let me take you behind the curtain for just a second in what it's like to be a leader. Because whether you know it or not, every leader is insecure. Every leader knows that if they don't get people to follow them, whatever they're trying to accomplish will fail. That leads some leaders to being incredibly insecure and overbearing. They drive, they micromanage, they berate, they belittle. It leads other leaders to being overly cautious, to not trying things, to doing less than God would want them to do because they're not really confident in their own leadership. And I'm talking about every leader suffers from that. And a question I think we don't ask often enough, because almost all of us are followers of somebody. Hopefully somebody of a spiritual nature in our life. We're all following somebody, and we never ask ourselves the question, am I being a good follower? Joshua from the Bible had a time when he really needed good followers. He had just taken over from Moses. Moses had been the leader for 40 years. Moses is one of the greatest leaders in the history of humanity, and Joshua gets to follow him onto the stage. And they come to the first time Joshua has to make a big decision. And will the people follow him? Will the group of people impacted the most follow him? And they do an amazing job. Here's what they say to Joshua when Joshua is giving them this incredibly challenging option. Then they answered Joshua, "Whatever you have commanded us, we will do. Wherever you send us, we will go. Just as we fully obeyed Moses, so we will obey you. Only may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses." Then they double down. "Whoever rebels against your word and does not obey it, whatever you may command them, will be put to death. We're going to make sure everybody follows." And then they say this incredibly cool phrase. They say, "Only be strong and courageous." And what's cool about that is when God was first commissioning Joshua to leadership, he just kept saying over and over, "Be strong and courageous." And now Joshua's followers repeat back to him the promise God had made to Joshua. How good a follower are you? If you want to be a great follower, not just follow, but repeat back to your leaders the promises God has given to them and the promises God has given to you. Because when God gets a great leader and he surrounds him with great followers or surrounds her with great followers, God does great things. And whether I'm the leader of a group or a follower within the group, what I really want is for God to do great things. And that's today's Jumpstart.